Hey guys, today I'm going to teach you this makeup look for work, so get ready with me today and I'm going to show you all my tips and tricks on how I get this makeup look. First up, I go in with this First Aid Beauty Facial Radiance Pad. It comes in a little pad like this and you just take one little pad and you wipe it across your face and then you let it sink into your skin for a little bit. I'm going to go in with my Thayer's Milky Toner. I add it onto the palm of my hand like this and then I just rub it in between my hands like this. And then I melt it into my skin and I let that sit and sink into my skin for about a minute to 2 minutes. And while I let that soak into my skin, I go in with brows. So usually I use NYX the brow glue, but I actually finished it up yesterday, which I'm very sad about because that is like my all-time fave. So we're gonna be trying out a new one. This is the Maybelline Super Lock. I've heard really good things about this and I have been eager to try it. I got the tinted one in the shade, I think it's dark brown, medium brown. So let's try this for the first time today. I'm very eager to see how it compares to the NYX the brow glue. And usually a tinted brow glue is all I do for my brows. And that's how I like them. Like natural enough, but still shaped and stuck down really nicely. So we'll see. It's actually crazy how simple your brows can get by just going in with a brow glue. Whereas like before, used to do, like I've gone through phases of using eyeshadow to fill my brows in. I've gone through phases of filling them in with a pencil, and those just make your brows look so unnatural and like thick. Whereas just going in with a brow glue like this keeps your natural brow shape, and the tint is like the perfect shade, and I'm just obsessed. And I always just wipe off the front bit because I like that to look super natural. And then you can decide if you want to go in with like a brow pen and fill it out more, but I like it. It's similar to the NYX one. I think I need to go with a little bit more on the tails. The applicator feels a lot stronger than the NYX brow glue, but I'm so used to that one. I don't know. I'll have to get used to this one. It's very pigmented as well. Whereas the next one, it's pigmented, but like it's sheer enough. I don't know if that makes sense. The key to doing brows is to just do a light layer and then forget about it, because when you have a blank face, you tend to be like, oh my gosh, my brows look like crap, but you need to see the full picture. So just hang in there, okay? I'm going in with MCO Beauty Ultra Dew Serum. I love this. It makes my skin look so hydrated. Perfect timing. I hope that goes off soon. There we go. Anyways, I go crazy with this and I really love it. And just as I start to be super obsessed with it, I run out of it. So that's beautiful. But I feel like the hydration on this product lasts so long. And just look at the glow in doing this. It makes my skin look so stunning and hydrated and fresh. This gets really grippy, which I really like underneath my makeup as well. I feel like it makes my makeup last really long without getting cakey or anything like that. So obsessed with that. While I let that soak into my skin, I go in with a little bit of my Inglot liner, and I also add a bit of Duraline so that it's waterproof and doesn't smudge everywhere. And I go in and I tightline my upper waterline. This is nice because I don't have to actually do any liner on my actual lid, so it saves my lid space, but it also creates a thicker lash band, which is really good, and it's gonna make your lashes look fuller. I really don't like for this to imprint on the bottom though, so if it does, I try to clean it up immediately. I have been loving the Maybelline Superstay foundation as of lately. It's so good. Yes, it's worth all the hype. I use the shade 03, and I don't think this is like a skin tint. I do think this is like a foundation. It says it's a skin tint, but anyways, it's besides the point. It lasts so long. It's actually amazing. So I know everyone hypes about this, and when I first tried it, I was like, I don't know. I didn't really give it a fair chance. I don't think I liked the shade very much that I got, but now I love it. I don't know. Maybe I got a little bit more tan, so I'm less pale, so it matches me a little bit more. But This is so good. Okay, so I apply it like that, and then I go in with this brush here. It's like this dense packing brush, and I pack it into my skin like this. And I always bring it up to my ears, down my neck, behind my ears. If you guys want to see any short form content from me, go check out my TikTok. It's at Edizeyes. And on there I post a lot of short form content, fun, like little pretty pictures and stuff. So if you want to see more polished stuff, you can check out there. On here I'm going to try and post more get ready with me's and like long form content, because I do really like talking to a camera. It's just having the time to edit, I think, that is draining. My goal in 2026 is to get good at YouTube, because I used to do YouTube when I was younger, and I just want to get back into it, you know what I mean? Now we're gonna go in with concealer. I'm really bad at looking at the camera, by the way. I'm always looking here, which is my face, and I should be looking here so you guys feel connected to me, but I'm sorry. Hopefully I'll get better. Hopefully if I do these more often, we can get better at like talking. But anyways, I hope you subscribe and you like me and we can be besties. If you subscribe, let me know in the comments, because I want to know that we're new besties. So anyways, I'm going in with this Morphe color corrector in the shade Blossom. I'm gonna put that under my eye and I'm gonna blend it out with this tiny concealer brush. Color corrector is really good because it's going to cancel out that purple by adding a little bit of pink. It's all about color theory, how they balance each other out. And then you're still going to go in with concealer on top, because that's going to brighten the under eyes. This has been my go-to makeup look as of lately for work, and it just feels so good to have something on lock that I just know, oh yes, that's the makeup I'm doing today. And I just know it's always going to turn out good, and I can do it really quickly if I need to, or if I spend more time on it, it'll look more fine-tuned. So I love that. I love this one. This is the Rimmel Multitasker Concealer in the shade 25 Rose Ivory. It's like very bright, but it's stunning. I'm gonna blend it out with this little brush in the inner corner. So by blending it out with this little brush, it's more pigmented, and when I flip to this side, it starts to get diffused more. So as I start to blend it out to the outer edges, I flip to the bigger side and I soften out those outer edges like this. This brush is so good, by the way. It's by Peaches and Cream, and they have amazing brushes and really good deals as well. I use this Catrice Melted Sun Cream Bronzer in the shade 20 Beach Babe, and another Peaches and Cream brush. Honestly, they need to sponsor me because I'm always promoting them. And I just dip it in, and then I disperse the shade on the back of my hand like this. This allows for you to not go in with too much pigment right off the bat. And then I always talk about this. This is the first initial point of contact. That's really important when it comes to bronzer, because the first place you're going to place it is going to be the most pigmented. So you want to be really wise about where you put it first. We're not starting on the cheeks for a reason. We're starting up on the temples of the forehead because that's the most sun-kissed part of your face, and then we're naturally going to diffuse it down to the cheeks like this. You want to just tap. You don't want to swipe. If you swipe, it can mess up the foundation underneath, so that's why you always want to tap. And then you always want to blend into the forehead. If you don't, you're going to have like a stark line like this. So see kind of the differences? It's subtle, but it is actually really noticeable, and that's what makes your makeup look more natural, is actually blending into the hairline rather than leaving it like this unblended. You can just build that color up. The more you blend, you can just keep adding a little bit more. One of my favorite tips as well is having a far away mirror and then a close-up mirror. So I look into a little one like this, and then I have like a far away vanity mirror as well. I have a TikTok posted of my filming setup, which talks a little bit about how I do my makeup as well, if you want to see like my vanity setup. But I can do a long form video on that if you guys want. Let me know in the comments. I love keeping the center of my forehead really bright, and I try my hardest not to put any bronzer there because that's like a natural brightness. If you were to be sun-kissed, it would naturally hit you like this. My favorite thing about this routine lately is that it makes doing my eyeshadow so simple. It still gives me a little something, but it's not really hard. So what I do with my eyeshadow is I take my bronzer, my cream bronzer brush, and I literally just go like this. So I flip to the pointy side and I just buff it into my eyes and I drag it out. And I basically just put that bronzer all over my eyes. And I swear it makes all the difference. It gives you just like a subtle little bit of bronze and it's just so stunning. That way you still have a bit of eyeshadow so your eyes are framed really nicely, but it's not a lot of effort. Sorry about all the noise outside. We're gonna go in with a little bit of nose contour. Do not be intimidated. This is so easy. If you can do your bronzer in your cheeks, you can do the nose contour. So you just take it, brush it across the bottom of your nose like this. Take it, brush it across the top of your nose like this. Pay attention to my hand placement and how the brush is flipped to the pointy side. I'm gonna take it, the pointy side is pointed towards my nose, and we're gonna just brush it like that. And again, point it up and brush it like this into the brow. Super easy. It's not that hard. I promise you can do this, and it makes all the difference. Because think about it. Again, when you're kissed by the sun, your nose is not just left to be white. No, like it does get bronze as well. So it all ties in together. You want to make it as cohesive looking as possible. Okay, now the bronzer's done. I go back into my foundation and I blend right here at the center of my face. I like to keep this area here pretty highlighted, same with like my forehead right here. So by going in with the foundation brush, we're just kind of re-enhancing that highlight shade. And I go along here as well, try to blend it into that bronzer. Again, you want to focus on your cheekbones with your bronzer and you want to lift the face. So you're not trying to drag it down too much. And I also don't really ever put bronzer down here. Like I'll probably hit my neck so that, you know, my neck looks tan, but I don't really define my jawline with bronzer because it's really easy to go crazy and then you have like a stark line of bronzer and I just like cannot handle that. So yeah, I'll add like anything left over. I won't like tap back into the bronzer, but I'll just add any leftovers from the brush and I'll just put it on my chest and my neck lightly and behind my ears so that it's softly blended bronzer, I guess. My favorite part is blush, so let's go with that. And the cream blush I use at the moment is actually this little tester sheet from Charlotte Tilbury. It's from their like, I think it's their stick blushes in the shade Peachy Glow and Pinky Glow. And I mixed the two. They're so pretty. They're like a really stunning shade. This is my apple of my cheek. So I take like half of my apple of my cheek and I lift it up. I know a lot of people say like not to put blush like too forward into your face, but I really like how it frames my face and I like my cheeks. So like I want to show that, you know what I mean? I feel like it looks really natural as well. As natural as it can be, I guess. So I really focus it up into here and I'll kind of push it up into my concealer as well. Like that. Then I'll go across my nose like this. I'll go across my forehead like this. And my chin a little bit as well. Again, doing the forehead and the chin and the nose makes it more cohesive. But you're not like going in with like too much pigment. You're just like slightly tapping it. Another little thing that I do sometimes, I'll take any leftover of the bronzer on the brush and I'll just tap it on my lips. It makes your lips look more cohesive and ties it in with the rest of the look. Now we're going to do powder. I use Makeup Revolution translucent powder at the moment because it's my project pan. If you guys want project pan videos, let me know. And I actually have it depotted in an hourglass little small setting powder thing because if you know, you know, the Makeup Revolution powder packaging is awful. And I use this brush. This is gotten from Peaches and Green. This is the PC03 brush. It's a really good brush. And I dip into the powder like this. And I tap it off. Really want to make sure you tap it off. But you also really want to make sure like your brush is like really coated with powder. But then really, really tap it off. Okay. We're going to blend our under eyes again. This is where you want to blend and then set. Blend, blend, blend. And then look up. And set it. Do not set your under eyes without blending it out first. Because then you're basically going to set those creases into place and they're never going to leave, and you're going to have creases all day long when you could have avoided that in the morning time when you were doing your makeup. And then I just powder my face. I just take a little bit of powder all over my face. Going in with the NYX Buttermelt Bronzer in the shade Deserve Butter. On this little Spectrum Beauty brush, it's slanted, which is really good. Tap in and then tap off the excess and then tap it on your hand, because this bronzer is so pigmented and you want to make sure you kind of get rid of a little bit of that pigment. And then we're going to lightly tap this into our forehead. Again, keeping it away from the center of your face. You want that to be bright. And we're just going to put this powder bronzer in all the areas that we put the cream. The reason you need both is because it's going to make your makeup last longer. So if you're always wondering, like, why does my makeup not last long? It's probably because you're not pairing powders with creams. They do really go well together, and the powder bronzer reinforces that cream. And it's also going to really make your makeup stand out, especially in photographs. So we're just going to reinforce that everywhere. And then I'm going to take it on my eyes and I'm going to reinforce the bronzer we put on the eyes just like this. Same with the nose. You're basically doing all the exact same steps that you did with the cream bronzer, but you're doing it with powder. I added lashes and I added mascara. Now we're going to go in with blush. I used 3 different powder blushes. So first I go in with my Dior Universal palette and I go in with this blush color here. I like this because it keeps my face looking nice and glowy, but it also has a really pretty pink. Like, look at that cute little pink. I love it. It's very nice summery, and I do like the little highlighter bit added into it as well. This is like a blush lighter. A lot of people like to put these on top of their powders. I like to put it underneath. I feel like it makes it look the most natural. It's not natural at all, but I just think it looks nice. And again, you guys know I put on my nose, my forehead, and my chin. I use 2 of the Morphe Cheek Thrills palettes. I use Après Sky. I don't know if that's actually how you say it, but that's how we're saying it today. I go in with the powder. Oh, sorry, wasn't showing you. Go with the powder there, and then I go in with Blind Date. This is one of my favorites. It's like a nice peachy one, and I mix those together. And that's my blush. I know I probably go a little bit crazy with the blush, but I need to. I have to. So I put this on, then I go in with my powder, and I like blend out the edges. And now I need to go in with a lip combo. I'm kind of torn between if I should do the one that I've been doing every single day or if I should do more of like a brownie one. I think I'll do the one that I've been doing every single day. So. Oh, that is so cute. And then I usually actually go with a little bit more highlighter too. I love this one from Rare Beauty, the Exhilarate shade. It's so pretty. I put this on my nose. Look at that. I remember when this first came out and I was like, oh my gosh, it's the most innovative formula of all time. And I do think that they definitely changed the game with this. It's so frustrating how it breaks all the time. But look at that. So stunning. And then also because I have like really dark brows, I like to brush them off. I don't know if that was the right word. I like to wipe them off with like a makeup wipe to get some of that OG color back, because they tend to get a little ashy. So going with my makeup wipe and I just wipe them a little bit, and that's going to take away any foundation and it's going to give you that chocolatey brown back. Nice. And the brows do actually look good. I was like a little bit concerned. Remember what I was saying at the beginning? But you just gotta trust the process. I feel like the brows are what makes the look so natural. You can go so crazy with your brows and it just like, you'll look back in a few years and just be like, what the freak was I actually doing? So it's better to just keep them nice and simple. Then I've been loving this lately. This is gonna really frame my eyes. This is from SheGlam. This is in the shade Golden Girl. Whoa, there's like something in my eye. This I just add to the inner corner and kind of the lower lash line. I kind of got this idea from Tate's Met Gala Glam, where she has that gold inner corner and it looked so pretty with her eye color. So I've been doing that lately and it's so stunning. I feel like this is like the game changer part of this look. Yeah, I could just leave it as is, but why would I do that when I can make it extra and so like beautiful. But I love this because it's like a subtle pop and like people will look at you and be like, wow, why does it look so good? This is why. That's so stunning. Okay, let's do lip combo. You could just leave it like this and just add a clear gloss if you want it ultra natural. I'm not that kind of girl. I need a lip combo at all times. So I'm going in with NYX Lip Lingerie in the shade Said Nudes. And I have a tutorial up on how I line my lips on my TikTok, so go check that out. And then I just finished it off with the NYX Jelly Drop Gloss, a nice clear gloss. I love this lip combo. Oh, I forgot to mention, I went in with Maybelline Lifter Liner in the shade Big Lift on top of that stain. And now I'm finishing off with this gloss. This lip combo is so pretty. It's been my favorite. And then, of course, if we want it to last all day long, we need a setting spray. So I use two. I love my e.l.f. Power Grip setting spray for glowiness. This really locks in the hydration. It's so good. It's kind of like the powder melt spray from One Size, and it's really good. And then I go over top of it with the L'Oreal. You know, this one's so good. It is really strong, but it makes my makeup last 10 hours through retail shift, so I'm fine with it being extremely strong. And there you go. That's my finished makeup look. I hope you learned something, and I hope you do your makeup for work tomorrow and love how it looks. Love ya. Bye. One last thing. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up so I can know to make more get ready with me's or tutorials, and whatever you guys want to see, let me know in the comments and I will work on it because I want to get on my YouTube grind this year and I think I can make so many new besties on here. So subscribe, like this video, and comment down below any video ideas you have because I will write them down, okay?